Hello everyone, it's Sarah here. I wanted to make a video addressing the One Direction fandom, I guess. I just want to start off by saying this is in no way me hating on One Direction, me hating on the fans. I am a fan myself, you know. I've made a lot of good friends through this fandom, but I think it's time we had a talk. There's one little problem with the One Direction fandom, and that is directioners and directionators, and a pretentious, mightier-than-thou attitude from a lot of directioners. What spawned this video, I guess. I was sitting in class one day, and I heard a girl, and I directly quote, these words left her mouth: "I am a directioner, and everyone else is a directionator." Okay, there are ways to be a good fan, and there are ways to be a bad fan. The way to be a good fan is to be supportive, to enjoy their music, and to not be a dickbag to everybody else that likes them. What if you found out about them last week? Fantastic. If you found out about them last year, fantastic. If you discovered them on the X Factor, fantastic. It doesn't matter when. You're still a fan. Just because you've been there longer doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, the newcomers are bad. Then there's the whole UK versus US fans. And I get it. There's this sense of protection, almost. These are your babies, and now they're leaving you for some other country, and it's upsetting. Because now One Direction, they're global. It's not even just touring other countries. Like, it's different continents. And, you know, I understand these are, obviously their homeland is special to them. But the rest of the world cares about them too, you know. This was a couple of years ago. I was going to a show, and one of my favorite bands was the opener, and I was stoked for months. I was finally getting to see them, and I was stoked. They announced maybe a couple weeks in advance. I was one of the last 2 or 3 dates of the tour, and they announced that they would not be doing my show because they were leaving that day to do a tour in the UK. I was so upset, and I was so pissed off, and I was like, how dare they leave me and go to some other country when I've been waiting so long. And I think a lot of UK fans get that same feeling of how dare they leave me. And obviously I get that feeling, you know. This band left me the day I was supposed to be seeing them. And but you know, I got over it. I was like, you know, this is a good opportunity for them. They are going and they're showing the rest of the world how awesome they are. And they're sharing their music with people from so far away. They're an ocean away. And so, you know, I was bummed, but I got over it. I was like, you know, it would have been great to see them then, but more opportunities came up. So it was like, okay. And there is a UK tour coming up, and it's far away, but they're coming back to you. They're always going to come back to you because that's their home. And I can get why you're upset that they're spending all this time in the US right now, but when you think about it, how long have they been in the UK? And how long are they going to be in the UK? They're always coming back to you. So if they take an extended vacation to the US, you know, it's something that's going to happen. If they take an extended vacation to Australia and New Zealand, you know, they are going to go places far, far away, but they're always going to come back to you. And with One Direction, the US doesn't get that feeling. They never know when they're going to come back. It's a mystery. And so it's not fair to say that one fan, that one country is a better fan than the other. Because where you're from does not affect what kind of fan you are. If you got to vote for them when they were on the X Factor, that's great. Look at where they've come. If you just found out, if you're in the U.S. and you just found out about them because they were on the radio, okay, doesn't matter. You liked their music, so you decided to look them up. That's good. I know it's difficult to think about, oh, there are all these girls that they're listening to them and they don't really appreciate them and they don't love them like I do, and no one in my school is allowed to listen to them because I'm the only one and nobody else can love them like I love them. I think those people probably feel the same way about you. I actually saw something, I think I saw it on Tumblr, or maybe it was like a Facebook thing somebody had put on Tumblr, I don't remember. But it was a girl saying something to the extent of, don't tell anyone else about One Direction because as long as they don't get any more fans, it'll be easier to get concert tickets. I really genuinely hope that people understand saying, I don't want them to have new fans is not a productive way of being a fan. As a fan, you're supposed to be supportive of everything they do, and even if that means they're getting really, really big and they have a lot of fans. In case you haven't noticed, they have 3 million on Facebook alone. You know, as special as they are to you, they're special to a lot of other people. So saying, oh, they can't have any more new fans because then I can't get a concert ticket, that's not helping them. You should want them to have lots and lots and lots of new fans because the more fans they have, the more successful they are. And isn't that the goal of supporting somebody, is to help them gain success? Am I missing something here? I mean, overall, the whole argument of directioners versus directionators, I mean, you really see how unproductive it is. And it's hurtful to the band that, oh, well, some of their fans don't matter. There's the class of fans that are awesome and they're the best and they matter, and there's a class of fans that doesn't matter. No fan doesn't matter. Another thing that I think the 1D fans don't quite grasp is the fourth wall. It's fun. It's fun to be in the fandom and to ship things. Like, I don't care if you like Larry or you like Zium or any other of the boys. It doesn't matter. It's fun, and they're pretty gay sometimes. So ship whatever you want. Ship all that you want, but keep the fourth wall intact. Breaking the fourth wall is something that should not be done. There are things that need to be kept in the fandom, and then there are things that you can share with the band. If you're drawing pictures of them and you want to share it, that's really good, and you want to share that with them, then you do that. If you're drawing explicit pictures of them like having sex with each other, don't share that with them. That is something don't share that. Don't show them porn. Don't give them porn. I haven't actually heard of anybody doing that, but it wouldn't surprise me if somebody did. I shouldn't be laughing because it's for those that don't know what the fourth wall is, it's the separation between the fandom and the band. It's not sending them links to fan vids, and it's not trending things like Louis needs to shave the beard. That's really offensive. It's offensive to the band, it's offensive to Louis, and it's offensive to Eleanor. It's funny, but that's hurtful. Whether she is a beard or not, she's still a person and a human being, and she has feelings, and words hurt. And on the topic of this, they're girlfriends. This is something that happens. They're boys, they date. And you saying that their girlfriends should go kill themselves, or that their girlfriends are horrible people, that's really mean too. They have feelings, and, Danielle handles it really well, and she always brushes it off with witty comments, but after a while, that stuff it really hurts. Nobody likes to be told that they should kill themselves, and if you're doing that to their girlfriends, you might want to reevaluate what you're doing and the effect that you could be having. And the guys don't appreciate it either. If someone you loved was told to go kill themselves, I think you'd be pretty upset. So, there are things that you can send the boys, and then there are things that you really shouldn't. And so that's the fourth wall, and I feel that there is a part of the fandom that doesn't quite understand what breaks the fourth wall. So you see, there are a lot of things that just, you think they're being, you think it's okay, but it's actually upsetting, it's rude, I think my voice just cracked, it's something that is not a thing you should do. And then there's the whole, no other girl in my school can like them. With being a fan, there comes this sense of, they're my dirty little secret and nobody else can have them. And, do I get upset when I hear other girls talking about them? Yeah, I do, because I had to sit next to girls saying how Niall was their least favorite because he was disgusting, and have you seen his teeth? And that was upsetting to me. But there are other people at your school that probably genuinely love them as much as you do. Give them a chance. Don't write it off that no one else that I know in real life is good enough for them. That's not helpful. I don't want people to get the wrong idea that I hate the fans or anything like that, because I really genuinely don't. I am friends with so many people that are such fantastic people, and they're fantastic fans, and they're funny, and they have a great taste in music because we share this common bond. But there is a part of me that does, I see these things and I'm like, it's upsetting to me to feel ashamed of some fans. And sometimes it's nothing in particular, it's just things in general, like the trending topics, and, they're funny to an extent, but then they get kind of inappropriate. And I'm not just talking about, calling Eleanor a beard, or sending Danielle hate, but, trending stuff like Larry's sex tape leaked, even for April Fools. Oh my god, that was overall, all that I'm trying to say is, if you are going to do something, just stop and think. Because if you're going to do something that is not supportive, it's not helpful to the band, it's not good, then, you might not want to do that. There's also a problem that I see a lot with affectionate nicknames for the band, mainly being fag or faggot, which, that's upsetting. That's really, really hurtful. And I don't think people getting called a faggot appreciate it. And I don't care if it's a word you use, like, just in passing or as an affectionate nickname, because there is such a negative connotation on that word that it, in no form, is affectionate. It's fun to joke about the boys being gay because, have you seen the way they act? But to call them a faggot is very offensive. I think if people think about what they're doing a little bit more, or if they're aware of some of the hurtful things that they're doing, then, the fandom might be able to do better. I don't know. With this video, I'm really not trying to single anybody out. I feel like there's some problems, in the fandom, and it's no one in particular, but maybe it's everybody. We all love One Direction, and so why would anybody do something that's not going to help them, you know? Just be the best fan that you can be. You know, be awesome. I am not going to say spread the infection. Oh my god, that almost... Share their music with people. Let them know how awesome they are. You know? So I hope there are people out there that agree with what I'm saying. If you don't, I'm sorry. So I hope you all enjoyed this video and maybe learned something from it. And I guess I'll talk to you all later. Did I really just blow a kiss to the camera? I'm sorry. I will never end a video like that again.